What's going on, everybody? You know who it is. Tonight, a big yellow mama. Pretty rough skin on this. I read that most of these generally do have kind of a rougher, pimply kind of exterior on them. I've had like a big red mama, big black mama, a big mustard mama. Never had a big yellow mama till today. Thanks to my man Gary Smith over at Lone Star Mastiffs Farms. Just sent me this. It's a beautiful pod. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's been overcast for the past couple of hours, right? And so I decided to come out to the front yard, a little change of scenery. And I thought to myself, just like the last time I did that peach miasma, I think it was. And then the sun just started beating down on me the entire burn. Here we are, and what happens? The sun just comes right out. I mean, literally, it's been overcast, and then the heavens opened, and they said, Steve's about to eat a pod. He needs to burn harder. I don't get it. Anyways, and I thought to myself, this is probably going to happen again. Anyways, those pods, big yellow mama was created by Troy Primo by crossing a Naga Morich and a 7-pot Douglah. Roughly $1 million on the Scoville, you know, give or take, but that's kind of the average. That's kind of the average heat profile on those bad boys. So, without further ado, the big yellow mama. Right off the bat, hot. Like an intense heat, right off the bat. It's on the throat pretty good. Really good, actually. I feel like I heard a bee buzzing around or something. for the front birds. So, like I said, the burn was quick. It was intense right off the bat, but it never like really built any stronger. So, I mean, it's building a little bit right now. Now that I'm done with the pod, that generally happens, right? But also, sometimes I don't get a quick instant burn like that. This one, it was immediate, and it stayed there the whole time while I was chewing, biting, swallowing the whole thing. Sometimes I don't get to the strongest part of the burn on the pod until the very end, right, at the placenta, or during the afterburn. Well, always in the afterburn, but sometimes on the second bite, sometimes on a big bite. I take a lot of bites and chew it up really well. So sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but this pod, it was just right off the jump. It was the same heat the entire time. A little fruity, a little citrusy. A tinge tangy, maybe a little sour, but in a good way. I don't eat a lot of sour things, or enjoy sour too much. This though, that amount is pretty good. You know what I mean? That's doable for me. Again, that pod was grown at Lone Star Mastiffs Farms. Gary, where's the pepper burp? That's perfect. Yeah. I have no throat burn now. I haven't really had one during the whole afterburn so far. It was immediate though and it was there, and it stayed until about right after I kind of swallowed the very last bit. That's gone now, but it was a little strong and intense there, for a minute. So I feel like this pod is kind of burning in a reverse sort of way, because I don't feel it building anymore. It's already plateaued, and in fact I feel like we're on our way down with it already. So I feel like this pod, it attacked and hit immediate, upfront, quick, and then started doing this pretty quick as well. So definitely interesting. Kind of the opposite, that I get from most super hots, and most hot peppers in general, is that some are pretty quick. Scorpion pods for me are pretty quick. Certain pods have been pretty quick, like primatales are pretty quick. And then they build on you. They might build like this, who knows, but I don't remember ever really experiencing a pod quite like this, in that, like, I'm already, like, there's like nothing, but it was immediate that it was like, okay, this is a super hot, it had that burn to it, it had that flavor, it had that, just like, uh-oh, you know what I mean? We just bit into something. And it carried throughout eating the pepper, but shortly after eating it just never went anywhere, and in fact just kind of tapered off. So not really much going on in the afterburn, I guess, is the short and simple of what I'm trying to say here. But overall, a good pod. I mean, I kind of enjoy that burn, where it's like, you get the heaviest part right when you're chewing it and blah, blah, blah. And then once you swallow it, maybe a minute is all that one lasted. So the sun did good for me today. It's a little bit later than that video I was explaining to you at the jump on this. That I did it was like 2 in the afternoon, 3 in the afternoon. It's like 6 o'clock now, so, you know, but it's all good. Get some vitamin C. Well, I feel like that's a pretty good long afterburn. I don't know. I don't remember watching the timer when I finished that pod, but like I said, it's not really going anywhere. It's I'm pretty sure that it's over. Now, when I talk like that and I say, okay, we're already down and blah blah blah, you know, that flavor and that slight little mouth burn that you get from pretty much every hot pepper, that sticks around for a while. Like that's not gone. Okay, but you know, I'm back to, you know, I you know, in all my videos I never rate things 1 to 10 or 1 to 5 or any of those things. Yeah, this is not my thing. But if I was to use this as an example, if that pod got me to a 4, right? You know, we're back down to a 1, right? Like we're not, you know, it's not back down to nothing, because I can still feel a little bit of front mouth burn, you know, a little warmth in the stomach, those kind of things, and that stuff will last. And I'm not talking cramps, I'm not talking any of that stuff, just a warming sensation in the belly. I get that almost every single time I eat, you know, super hot peppers. I get that with habaneros from time to time, right? So anything like habanero and above, I get a warming sensation in the stomach pretty much all the time, but it never, you know, it never really turns into cramps. It never turns into any of those type of things. But that'll last for a while. That warming sensation, and in fact, it feels kind of nice sometimes, right? Like it's a good feeling sometimes. And that's the same with you know, the mouth burn and all of that. Like that kind of, I enjoy a slight mouth burn. Sometimes it gets to be, you know, on that painful level or really intense, and I enjoy that for the time being, right? And then that dissipates, and then it becomes what it is now. Anyways, I'm rambling on a Friday, and I haven't even started drinking yet. So we'll see you tomorrow. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. And yeah, more fun.